I'd like to start off with saying a bit of an apology really for the lack of video content that's gone up recently on YouTube from myself. I've been caught up in all sorts of things to do with work and, you know, boring stuff, real life, and it's sort of impacted my, I suppose really my enthusiasm to get any video content up. So yeah, that's going to change. I'm going to get back, hopefully get back to my aim to get one video up a week. I'm not sure that will actually start from this week, but certainly over the next couple of weeks I'll start lining up appropriate content that I can record and edit and get up, and hopefully you guys will find it interesting. Something I thought I'd do on this video is to give a bit of a sort of update really, what's been happening over the past couple of months in respect of gaming. Now unfortunately there's nothing retro based in this video, it's all current gen, but yes, if you're not interested in current gen, turn off, but hopefully no one will turn off. But anyway, let's dive straight in, and let's start off with Oculus Rift. Now I'm sure many of you know what Oculus Rift is, but for the people that don't know what it is a brand of a technology or a hardware device that will at some point in the future, Christ knows when that future is going to be, when it's going to be released to the consumer market as a finished product, but it is a VR headset, a 3D VR headset. That's nothing new in regards to technology of those types of devices. It's been tried before, but this is the first, I'm tempted to say sort of mass-produced device, or intended to be more mass-produced. It will never be a mass-produced device in my opinion, but they are sort of approaching the PC market at the moment with Oculus Rift, and the actual platform, the Oculus Rift platform, has been developed now for a couple of years, and what they've done as part of the development is that they've released a couple of revisions of a development kit, aptly named Development Kit 1 and Development Kit 2. Development Kit 2 has just recently been released this year, summer of this year. A limited run kit's available, but you could buy it even if you were a consumer, but it's been sold as a development kit, so there isn't actually that much PC software that you can use with it, you know, in respect of, don't think you can buy it and you start using it with Call of Duty. That's not where we are with Oculus Rift at the moment, but there are a few games that work for it, and there's a lot of demos out there so you can see what it does. And obviously if you're a developer, you're meant to use this kit to develop your own software, gaming apps, whatever. Now I suppose as with a lot of people, there's been a lot of press about Oculus Rift, and luckily in the UK, and it's probably the same throughout Europe and the US, is that various gaming events have had the ability for people to see Oculus Rift, and certainly in the UK, a Revival and Replay have been no exception to that. So you could go to those events, and I think Oculus Rift has been at Replay now for the past couple of years. I've seen it as regards to actually seeing the stand and the fact you can go up and you can have a play on it, but there's always been a queue, and I thought, I can't be arsed with a queue. Anyway, cut a long story short, and my mate spoke to me last week and said, he said, I've bought one of those Oculus Rift kits, Development Kit 2s, he said, I said, it's blinking brilliant, blah 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 blah. I said, right, I've got to have a look at this, and we spoke about it before I actually donned the headset. I wish I took some pictures, I wish I took some video, but I haven't, so unfortunately I haven't got that embarrassment to show you guys. I did say to him, mate, I said, is this going to blow my brains? And he went, yeah, he said, it's awesome, he said, it's this, it's that, blah 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 blah. And he was focusing on the immersion side, you know, what this actually means from a I suppose from a game player perspective, and I accepted that, I could get that. One thing that's always always concerned me about these types of devices is the quality. I think we're getting to a stage where I suppose the believability of it is in some way, shape or form dictated by the quality of what's been presented to you, and you know, resolution and all that stuff. And one thing he said to me, he said that the resolution on the current development kits isn't great. And he said, but if you get past that, because they'll improve that on future versions, they'll improve that. He said, if you get past that and just take it for what it is as regards to what it enables you to do, you know, and like one of the demos, he said, you're at a desk. He said you can look over the desk, you can look round the desk, you move your head, and he said it's so immersive, it is unbelievable, it really is. But the quality thing was always in the back of my mind anyway about it. I thought the quality's got to be mega, it's got to be awesome, else it's, you know, it detracts for me the believability of it, or the want for me to want to use that type of technology. And he said it is a bit of an issue at the moment. He said, and the way you got to think of it, he said it'd be like you getting your phone, or yeah, he didn't actually give that example. He said if you look at your LCD TV and you put your nose touching it, you see the dots. He said, well, not quite that bad. He said it's a similar issue with the Oculus Rift. He said it's to do with the technology of the screen, and it's something they call, is it screen door effect? Screen door? It's not back door, screen door. Anyway, and that in part and parcel is what it is. So I've got to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything to blow my brains, but he was sort of hyping it up a bit, saying, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Anyway, I put the gear on, and even as a development kit, development kit 2 is well finished. It looks a professional product, it really does. And effectively, all you get is you get the VR goggles, and you get a camera that you mount on top of your monitor or whatever, and that's used to do the tracking. And that's effectively it. So you plug all that into your PC, and you don't need any other gizmos with it. So that's effectively what you get from a hardware perspective. I've got to be honest, it didn't blow my brains. It really didn't, which I was a bit disappointed with actually. The reason why it didn't blow my brains was because of the quality, in my opinion, of the screens that you're looking at. They are quite low res, or they appear to be low res. Apparently the signal that's being fed into the Oculus Rift, I mean, mate said it is 1080p, but because of the quality of the screen, the viewfinders effectively that you're looking at, and you get this pixelation effect, and it's quite fuzzy, and that sort of didn't sit well with me. It wasn't something that I could understand I suppose the immersive side of it and the technology and how that works is amazing. I mean, it really is amazing. But because of the quality of the screens, it took the edge off it quite a bit for me, to be honest. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I can't wait until this type of device is in a fit state to release to the consumer. It will be unbelievable, assuming that the technology of the screens improves, so they can get rid of the fuzziness and the fact that you can actually see the dots. I mean, that's, you know, or the matrix of the display basically, which is a bit crap, and they need to sort that out. Strangely enough, they've just made a release statement now that they've got a revised version coming out, which I'd be a bit pissed if I'd just taken delivery of the development kit too. But you know, anyway, that the next version is going to come out is in development, or they're planning to release another one in the near future, and that's going to have better resolution displays in it. So who knows? But it's definitely something to look forward to, I think, if they crack the display side of it. The immersive side, the immersion side is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Right, so that's the Oculus Rift. On to the next boring bit of techno shit. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I've been sucked in. I'm a bit. Look guys, you know what I'm like. or perhaps you don't know what I might, but basically anything new comes out, I've got to get it. I've got to get it. I've got to throw serious cash at new stuff. I'm a mug for that, but it's people like me that keep the industry going and saves people's jobs, so I don't feel too bad about it. That's my reason. That's crazy, isn't it? iPhone 6. iPhone 6. Now this isn't the iPhone 6 Plus, because if it was the iPhone 6 Plus it'd be like holding that in my hand. Hello? Like holding that in my hand, but it's not. It is slightly smaller. iPhone 6. Yeah, what do I think about it? Well, it's a phone. It does exactly the same as what my old iPhone 5S did. It's just slightly bigger. I mean, these devices, I personally think they're really sexy. You know, as regards to a feat of engineering, certainly something that's mass produced, you know, and that's a consideration to make. The quality is brilliant. It's a real nice device. It's very tactile. It makes you want to own one because they look really sexy, but you know, at the end of the day, guys, it is the same effectively as the iPhone 5S. It's just a little bit bigger and it looks slightly different. So anyway, we'll put that to one side because it's only a boring phone. Right, on to games. Games. Right, current gen. And I'll call them current gen because they are current gen. They're not next gen, because next gen is something that we haven't got. This is current gen. Xbox One, PlayStation 4. And a little bit of Xbox 360 thrown in for good measure. I wanted to splash out. I wanted to buy some new games, or games for this current gen that I haven't already got. And I bought recently Rise, Son of Rome. I decided not to buy this when it first came out because I was preempting the fact the game was going to be shite. Now, it's not shit. It's pretty outstanding to look at. Anyone's got an Xbox One, if you want something to showcase the Xbox One, then Rise is a game to get. And it's actually okay to play, actually. It's not shit by any stretch of the imagination. I haven't put a great deal of time into it. But yeah, interesting game. It is an interesting game. But I suspect it might become a bit boring quite soon because it is just a hack and slash game. But anyway, yeah, bought that one. Another one for the Xbox One is Dead Rising 3. Now there's a bit more to Dead Rising 3, but it doesn't really float my boat. I must admit, I bought Dead Rising games on the Xbox 360, and I only bought this because it was fairly cheap. I think I picked it up, I think it cost me 15 quid or something. I thought I'll sell it 15 quid, it's a piece of shit, I don't care. Actually, the reason I bought Dead Rising 3 was because of the recent download content that Capcom have released for it, to do with the like Street Fighter characters, which is a bit of a piss take on Dead Rising 3. And that's okay actually, but that was like 15 quid for the download content, and it cost me 15 quid I think for the game. But anyway, there's something I was going to do a video on specifically, but again, I haven't been asked to do any videos recently. But that was to show Ultra Street Fighter 4 for my PlayStation 3, and to show that on my Sega Limburg cabinet. I've only really given this a very brief play. I mean literally 20 minutes. So I'm not even going to bother giving any comments on it because I can't, because I've only played it for 20 minutes. But I need to find some time and give that some severe bashing. I love Street Fighter games. I'll leave that one for the end. Xbox 360. I don't know why I bought these. I bought these because they were stupidly cheap. I got these two games for a tenner, and that's Gears of War Judgment and Gears of War 3. Now, I've very briefly played Gears of War Judgment. I've got Gears of War and Gears of War 2, and I actually quite like those games, to be honest. And I don't know why I'd never got round to purchasing these games, but anyway, because they were stupidly cheap, I thought I'll sod it, I'll buy them. I haven't looked at Gears of War 3 yet, and only probably given Gears of War Judgment about 20 minutes, which is about my normal gameplay ratio on purchases. So yeah, need to give them a bit more time, obviously. Now the final game is, now this is yeah, I got sucked in by this one, guys. I got sucked in again. Wow, yeah, it's Destiny, PlayStation 4 Destiny. I wasn't going to buy it. I was not going to buy it. I thought it was going to turn out to be a turd. Whilst it's not a turd, it was extremely overhyped, without a shadow of a doubt. On release day, I was at work and I thought, oh bollocks, I'm going to go to Sainsbury's, see if they've got it in Sainsbury's and just go and buy it. Oh bollocks, do it. I'm just going to get it. And that's what I did, went to Sainsbury's. It was, I think I paid £45 for it, so it wasn't a bad price, it was a good price. I think Game were doing it £55 or £50 mail order, pre-order, but it was £45 in Sainsbury's for sale in the stores. I thought, oh sorry, I'll get it. And I've probably played it for about, I don't know, perhaps about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and it's all right. It's all right. It's a bit of a grind, and if you read the reviews, then that's exactly what you get told. It's a bit of a grind. You know, would I recommend buying it? If you're into first-person shooters and you like Halo or Borderlands, yeah, I would. But be prepared to put time in just to grind through the levels to power up, because that's all it is at the moment. And they need to sort that out, because that'll be another Titanfall. Yeah, good concept, but flawed in its execution, unfortunately. And it is only online. You can only play it online, which is a bit of a shit, 'cause it means it hasn't, well, that doesn't mean it hasn't got a storyline to it, but it hasn't really got a storyline to it. So the single player campaign mode effectively is pretty shit, gotta be honest. But you know, it is what it is. Finally, something that is worth harping on about: Xbox One, Forza Horizon 2. Now, if you're into racing games, you know, sort of racing, arcade racing games, if you like Forza Horizon, the Xbox 360, you've got to pre-order Forza Horizon 2. You have to pre-order it. Based on the demo that is now available on Xbox One Live, it is unreal. Absolutely unreal. I can't wait until it's released next week now. End of next week, I think, or was it the week after? I can't remember. Weeks are just flying by. Yeah, 9 days. Yeah, end of next week. Week this Friday. I can't wait till that comes out. I've downloaded the demo and it is just outstanding. I mean, I love Forza Horizon on the 360 and I've been playing it quite a lot in the past 3 or 4 months. I've picked it back up because Forza Horizon 2 was coming out on the Xbox One. I got back into Forza Horizon. I absolutely love Forza Horizon 2. It's a limited demo, but it just plays. It's the next step on from Forza Horizon. You know, it's taking advantages of the online, what they call it, driver tour that's been present in Forza 5 for the Xbox One. It looks stunning. It really does look stunning, and it plays really well. And for a sort of arcade type racer, to me, it's pretty much perfect in all reality. So yeah, I can't wait until that comes out. That's going to get the full video, bullshit review, discussion, gameplay, that is, all set up on the driving rig. Can't wait for that one. So yeah, if you've got an Xbox One, get Forza Horizon 2 if you like racing games. If you haven't got an Xbox One, buy one. Get one and get Forza, because it is outstanding, absolutely outstanding. It'll be one of the biggest titles, I suspect, for the Xbox One in the lead up to Christmas, without a shadow of a doubt. And actually, there's quite a few games coming out now, so on the build up to Christmas. Yeah, it's Christmas soon. Can't believe it. So yeah, so that was just a bit of an update, a bit of a chat. I've got loads of retro stuff to go through, guys, and I will be back on that fairly soon. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.